So here we have Quickstrike. Let's get a good look at him. There's Quickstrike in all of his glory. He's got this nice shine to him. It's got this little bluish green, gold, some dark gray, orange for his little tentacle slash pincer hand. And he's got his snake hand over here, which looks pretty cool. There's a close-up of the snake head. Pretty cool. This guy's got a lot of points of articulation. Well, his head turns around. He can look up about that far. He can't really look down as his chest is on the way. He's got this extremely articulated snake right arm. So it's got ball joints on each segment, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 segments for the body. Another one for the head. That's the 6th one. So they could go. So it's very articulate. It's kind of got the fluid snake motion over here. His jaw, it's got a hinge. His snake jaw, it's a little bit tight, but he's got a jaw hinge. And as you can see, you could really get a nice range of motion to make that snake look like it's all slithering. So he's got a pretty cool right arm. His left arm, on the other hand, it's got a bicep cut. Both arms can go all around, go this way up, this way down. He's got an elbow joint. This entire piece turns around for his hand, which are actually his scorpion mode legs. This thing can spread out this far. It sort of has a ratchet, so yeah, you can kind of feel it. And you can close it up like this, so in case you want him to grasp someone, maybe rat trap, he could do that. So it's pretty cool. As for his legs, you can spread them. Goes all around. He's got thigh cut, single jointed knee, ankle tilt over there. His heel is articulate, which is more for the transformation. You more or less can see you more or less get the idea that these are his beast mode arms, which become his legs. So pretty cool figure. Let's give you a full 360. Turn him around. He's got his beast mode head over there. It's got some nice colors to him. It's got that bluish, like mentioned earlier, that bluish green, gold, and orange, and dark silver. So pretty cool. Alright, so transforming Quickstrike is not too difficult, but it does get some getting used to, at least for me. So first thing what I do is I flip his shoulder pads this way. They kind of flip outward like that. You can pull out his chest piece and lower down his head. Close that up. You could raise this entire piece up. But before you raise that entire piece up, you swing out his entire shoulder. You do this, and the other side you kind of pivot it. You could raise this all the way up and you maneuver the tail. There are some tabs and notches to guide you, like this one. This notch goes there. So that you already got the rear portion, that's his tail. As for his arm, you just gotta work your way, sort of maneuver it in such a way that it tucks in, like this. So you can kind of see the makings of his body already. These parts clip on up there. So you kind of get the idea how he's taking shape. Here he is on the rear. You lower down his scorpion head and you close up his feet to make them into pinchers, and you just turn his arm in such a way that these little kneecaps are on sideways, and there he is. You just raise up that tail, angle the head facing forward, and that's it. You more or less got your Quickstrike transformed into his scorpion cobra hybrid mode. So There. Just gotta make sure it's properly tabbed. There are some tabs here that you could tab his lower legs so that they lock in pretty nicely underneath. So you just gotta be sure. Let's just do that right now. Clean it up, and there. Slide him in over there, and there he is. That's Quickstrike in his alt mode. And he looks pretty cool. He's got his scorpion face. His tail is a cobra head, which has a face of its own. And he's a pretty unique creature. He is a hybrid. A scorpion fused with a cobra. And it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty unique. So this is pretty much Quickstrike. Just gotta make sure everything's tabbed up. But that's pretty much him in his beast mode. And I have to say, it looks pretty cool. Top side, underside, rear view, and front view. So there he is, Quickstrike in beast mode. Here we got Quickstrike's box. Transforms in 21 steps. We got some artwork. Quickstrike in his robot mode and beast mode. Transformers, Age of the Primes. On this side, Till All Are One. Got some nice artwork over there. More artwork of Quickstrike. We got the bottom. We got the top. And last but not least, the back, where we have a picture of Quickstrike. Both in his robot mode and beast mode. So that is Quickstrike's box. Alright, so for a size comparison, here's Quickstrike. Let's start off with Scorponok. Right next to Scorponok. Scorponok is a lot shorter. Next off, Inferno. Let's put him down here. Here's Inferno. Inferno, of course, in the show, swung him around by the tail. So there's their, or swung him around by the leg, rather. But anyways, there he is with Inferno. Here he is with his fellow Chimera. There he is with Silverbolt. A little bit shorter. Here he is, of course, with Dinobot. Dinobot, who I custom colored, but yep, there they are together. And last but not least, Season 1 Megatron. He's a big leader class, so big size disparity. So, yep, that's Quickstrike with his fellow Beast Wars Transformers. So here's Quickstrike in all of his glory. Now, my memories of Quickstrike aren't really that strong. I really like Beast Wars Season 1 more than I did Season 2 personally, but yeah, I liked it before they became all Transmetal. But I remember that in Beast Wars Season 2 started off with Terrorsaur and Scorponok dying, and this guy was sort of the replacement of Scorponok, in the sense that he was sort of a protoform, but his pod scanned two animals, and so it formed this chimera, this scorpion cobra hybrid. And he's got a southern drawl, sounds like a cowboy, and his name, Quickstrike, very cowboy ring to it. So yeah, one scene I really remember was when Inferno was sort of slamming him around, saying, "Let me introduce you to Pain. Pain is my friend, let me introduce you to it." And he was like slamming him around, ragdolling Quickstrike. So that's what I remember Quickstrike most for. But I find the design pretty cool, pretty unique, because, you know, it's pretty cool that his scorpion legs become his left arm, and his stinger, which is also a cobra tail, becomes his right arm. Pretty cool asymmetrical design for me. So yeah, I found that quite unique how they pulled that off. And at least for me, his left arm looks a lot like a face hugger. So yeah, it's got that whole face hugger vibe to me. He kinda, in some angles, he kinda would look like a face hugger. A face hugger that somewhat grew a humanoid body. But that's just me. But anyways, yeah. So I guess this toy is a pretty good representation of a Quickstrike. I like the whole segmented arm. I think it's really cool. And you know, his right arm being a snake, his entire right arm somehow being a snake is pretty cool to me. So it looks pretty cool how it can stretch out. And he does look pretty badass, even though in this show he was a bit of a goofball. So yeah, so that's my review of Quickstrike. See you guys next time.